Hello, my name is Debbie Reynolds. They call me the Data Diva. Today I want to talk about data privacy, generative AI, and flow breaking. So, flow breaking is a type of adversarial attack that can happen in a generative AI system. So, just as people put in prompts, we're seeing, especially over the last couple of years, generative AI systems have matured somewhat in terms of how they gather information and how they put together answers. What flow breaking does is it takes over or can intercept in terms of a process that a generative AI engine goes through to come up with an answer where it's breaking in some way the chain of thought and is actually inserting things within a prompt or within the thinking process of the generative AI tool so that it elicits a response or gathers information that would have something either be inappropriate. It may try to pull up information that's sensitive and private in nature. It may create the prospect of companies having things like unauthorized access because maybe someone, for example, let's say someone in marketing is doing a prompt, working with the AI tool, but then some of the answers or responses that it receives actually grabs information from human resources and maybe personally identifiable or sensitive information from those parts of the organizations. This is a concern whether people use public models or they use their own internal models, because I think even though people feel like there's less of a risk when they use their own internal models, I think it's incumbent upon companies to understand that if they put things into either public or private models, if that data, for example, if it's sensitive in nature, there is a prospect that people maybe who should not have seen certain things can see certain things. So, what flow breaking is and what these AI tools are trying to guard against now is people putting together these adversarial attacks that can really change not just the output, but the way that the tool puts together or crafts uh, um, responses to people's prompts. So this is one that we were watching really closely, flow breaking, because it's not as though they're taking over all of what's happening in the prompt. They're just doing things that are unexpected and inappropriate. I say, especially if you're using a particular AI tool and it's giving you answers. I'm not talking about hallucinations, but I'm talking about information that's being output in these tools that are sensitive in nature, that are private in nature. There are things that maybe a certain person shouldn't see. You should definitely alert, whatever entity that you're working with, whether that be internal or external, and then make sure that your security team is also aware of these types of incidents because they can create maybe even a reportable risk, right? So whether that be, it could be a data breach actually, or maybe unauthorized access that may be reportable even to a regulator. So it remains to be seen how AI companies will try to thwart these types of efforts. I think it's just going to be more interesting as AI systems become more complex and also as more users start to use and trust these systems. They have to really be on the lookout of these types of attacks that can happen very easily in AI systems. That's it. Thank you.